Here comes Shareholder. Moving into line along with Big Mojo. Magnum Force and Governor Sam take their positions. Arizona Blaze will be next. Gate to Wire and Whistle Jacket. Here comes Jet Sweep Joe. Ides of March. And the last one to load will be Pally Kitten. And here comes Pally Kitten and Kazushi Kimura up to the outside stall to complete the field here. Pally Kitten stepping up, goes in, and they're all in line. They're off in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. And it is Governor Sam who goes out to the early lead. Shareholder is away running in second. And Koro Sieg is in behind Traffic early on there. He's going to have to steady in mid-pack. He's in a little bit of trouble in the early stages as Paco Lopez and Governor Sam take the lead. Asterius is second. Big Mojo is third. Jet Sweep Joe fourth on the outside. Arizona Blaze and Shareholder have a Koro Sieg between those two. Then comes Magnum Force. Gate to Wire, Whistle Jacket, Pally Kitten, and last of them all is Ides of March. It's Governor Sam on the inside, Jet Sweep Joe right up alongside. The two of them will turn for home together. Governor Sam on the inside. Long shot Jet Sweep Joe a link behind. Asterius comes off the rail. Big Mojo, Magnum Force, not today for a Koro Sieg. Governor Sam to catch Magnum Force coming with a rush. Arizona Blaze is coming too. And Big Mojo, here's the wire. Magnum Force has done it. And then it was Arizona Blaze in second, followed by Big Mojo, Whistle Jacket, and Governor Sam.
What a finish here in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint. Magnum Force taking off like a bullet down the stretch here and catching our pace setter, who was brilliant in defeat. But speaking of brilliant, if you were listening to the comments of Rishi Prasad on this show, this was his horse, and we can see why. We talked about the pace could line up. This is a horse who's always had a big kick, and man, did he show it today.
He's a little bit like I was when I was a teenager. The more trouble you get in, the more fun you have.
I wish I'd hung out with you.
And he got the perfect trip in a sense, because he was able to sit off a scorching pace, and he had horses around him to allow him to have that cover. He just needed a little bit of luck in the home straight, and there was a moment I was a bit concerned, but what a brilliant ride from Colin Keane, who is one of the stars of Irish racing, and brilliant watching him do it on the world stage.
It's fascinating to see with where we picked it up, the winner and the runner-up were 1-2 following each other around. One goes inside, one goes outside. The inside wins.
And it is amazing, you know, we always talk about trip in here. The 8, Koro Sieg, that horse's day was done early, hit a wall of traffic early, and the 5-2 favorite was never a factor at the most crucial stages here. I feel to my right, Scott Hazelton flagging an invisible whip at me. What is he trying to tell you, Rishi?
I think he's saying he was also quite a naughty teenager as well. So we're all enjoying
We
the
already
memories.
knew that. Scott, you needed to come up here and say that. Let's watch out of the gate here, though. As we said, when you have a field this size going 5 furlongs on the turf, there's going to be some tales of unlucky trips. And early on, this was not going to be the day for the 8, Koro Sieg. Watch this horse. Once this one doesn't get to the lead, all of a sudden it's disaster from there on out.
Koro Sieg in trouble, and then Shareholder comes back on him, and it's caused a bit of a Constantina effect. Whistle Jacket, another horse who struggled in the early part of the race. He missed the kick, and he was towards the rear, along with Ides of March, the other Aidan O'Brien runner. I thought Big Mojo and Asterius had no excuses. They were in a good position. But this is the moment where, if you were on Magnum Force, you're just thinking, I just need clear sailing here. There was a moment where he had to switch round the front runner. And also Arizona Blaze, who's a big prize for Adrian Murray in the Ammo Racing colours, has made up an enormous amount of ground under Umberto Rispoli on the outside as well.
And Kate, this is just really great instincts for Colin Keane. I mean, there is no sample size for how many times he's been 5 furlongs on the turf at Del Mar. For him to figure that out was pure riding instinct.
World-class riders can ride anywhere in the world, and that's what we see in the Breeders' Cup over and over again. you have to feel for Alex Bregman and the connections of Governor Sam, who did everything right and ends up in third, a pretty gallant third at that, but did all the heavy lifting and withstood several challengers until late in the game.
Yeah, he ran a fabulous race and ran the archetypical American race. Colin Keane, I think he was very excited as they hit the line. He rode past the wire on Magnum Force. Colin Keane obviously has been riding for Jer Lyons for a long time. His other half is actually Jer's daughter, Kerry. I mean, he is an absolute superstar. He has such an easy disposition as well as a rider. It's no wonder that he's able to succeed on the biggest stages, because he's got that ice-cold, calculating temperament. They're going to enjoy this win.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, look at the excitement there. And also great credit to Arizona Blaze with a fantastic second place finish here. So essentially Europe 1-2 to start this championship.
Yeah, that's one of the 4 wins.
Yeah, that's right. Wasn't it enough that you picked Magnum Force? Now you're going to remind me of that as well. But brilliant analysis by both Caton and Rishi. And, you know, that last question there, who would handle the ground best? You pointed to the sire of Magnum Force, May Moss, and his progeny being able to take to a firm course here in California. We're truly just getting started. I hope Rishi has more 12-to-1 shots like that. I'm riding his coattails in a lot of these future races, and we've got more of Future Stars Friday here on the Breeders' Cup Players Show coming up.
Race 6 is official. Coming up next, today's 7th race is the 41st running of the Grade 1 $2 million guaranteed NetJet Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. Scratch number 7, non-compliant. Post time 3:25. Yeah, now entering the winner's circle is the official winner of today's Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint, number 4, Magnum Force. He's a 2-year-old bay colt by May Moss from Tropical Rock by Fastnet Rock, bred in Ireland by Sheikh Abdullah bin Isa Al Khalifa. The winner is owned by Abdullah Al Khalifa and trained by Jer Lyons. Colin Keane, the winning jockey.